Hello everybody, welcome back to Dishonored 2 with me, Flick, and just before starting this part I went and quickly checked the community hub for the game to see what suggestions they are offering until they can actually get a patch in place that fixes the PC port. So I've mucked around with some settings that they suggest. I also turned on anti-aliasing because the jagginess was abhorrent to my eyes. It should be smoother now. The volume seemed fine as well. I checked the first part recording. Play your way. I'd settle for a consistent frame rate. Kill all enemies in combat, defeat all enemies non-lethally, escape and never get seen, use powers, gadgets, or trickery.
Emily Caldwin and her royal protector Corvo Atano are now wanted criminals. Let me remind you, there's a reward for your help in capturing enemies of the state.
Alright, so I'll wait for that guy to sod off. The steps are coming closer.
Should have listened to Mom and become a hairdresser.
Should have listened to Mom and become a hairdresser. Oh, there's a dude over there. Hello. He's sodded off. He's twirling his sword around like it's a baton. You I am going to choke out because I don't want your body to be seen. So there's a guy over there, there's a guy who walks up and down the platform here. Is he going to be curious that his friend is missing? Nope.
Hard times. Gotta be on the lookout.
Uh-oh.
That's Corvo Atano.
Oi! I don't know where you're going. I can't turn the camera up fast enough to fight. Oi! Take a swing. Ah! That's gross. Kind of awesome though. Alright, well. That's one way to do it. The combat works with the parrying system, incidentally. You can block just whenever you want by holding control, but if you press it at the right time, you bounce them, and then you can counter and kill them instantly. Which is just as well, because trying to move in frantic combat with a camera that, or a vertical and Y-axis movement like this, it's pretty impossible. I also don't know why that guard ran a mile when the other guard got alerted. It didn't seem to make sense. Oh yeah, you start with a really low ammo capacity. Grenade. Not my style, but that's okay. Ah, I wonder if I could ride that to safety. Although I think I've killed all the guards now, so I'm pretty sure I could just walk it if I wanted to. Oh, also, before I go any further, I forgot, this episode is going to be dedicated to Jarek, who you may know from some recent Overwatch VODs. Thank you for support on Patreon. That's a hand. Oh, I can carry it. Wanted for ghastly murders. That's what I think here, ghastly murders. Alright, now that I know I can pick up body parts that I've chopped off of people, that makes the game already better.
Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. As of today, Delilah.
He's saying the exact same thing the voice is saying.
All hail Delilah, first of her name.
Further, Corvo
crap.
Atano is now wanted for treason.
I mean, now that I know how awesome the executions are, I kind of want to not use stealth.
People of Dunwall, stay in your homes. You're advised to stay indoors during this time of unrest.
Well, I wonder if the rats are still aggressive. If there's no rat plague, they shouldn't be. Are you gonna nibble me? No? Okay. Everything's fine.
Can I read? Of course I can read. What does he think? I'm stupid? I know all my letters and then some.
So there's a guy on the other side of there, there's a guy on the other side of this. Is that an innocent or is that a guard over there? Oh, I also know now that the quick save is F5. I forget what quick load is, but it's not the quick save button is not a button I use for my OBS settings, thankfully, so it's safe for me to quick save as I go rather than constantly stopping to do hard saves. I'll do that between episodes. Are you never moving? It looks like you're never moving and that guy over there is never moving. So you don't have patrol paths. He is incredibly unobservant.
So it's a coup. The Caldwins have finally... Shh. We shouldn't be talking about this.
Until later, then.
They are innocent, I think. I don't think they'll alert the guards, but just in case, I'll save to test this theory.
My eyes.
Yeah, they're civilians. They should leave me alone, right? Oh, that's a guard at the end of the hall, though. Let's try and go the high route. Catchphrase. Oh, there's someone else here on the bottom floor, though, I think. There's someone else here, and it ain't me. There's nothing to nab here either. Yeah, there's more than one, I think. One of them's just going. There is no words to what he is saying. It is gibberish. I kind of want to know what's going on down there, but I can only land on one of them. Ooh, money. A typewriter. Letter to Laura. From Boyle. Now, we're pretty close to the docks. It looks like I do have to go downstairs, though. More money, more ammo if I end up using some of it. I definitely am going to have to fight one of these guys straight up if I drop on one. Because I think it makes a noise even if you kill. Oh wait, where'd the other guy go? There's nowhere I can drop off to get him. It would have to be the other guy. Where is the guy? Oh, there he is. Really? You're very unobservant. I'm going to pickpocket you just because I can. What have you been doing to this guy?
Delilah and the Duke didn't hire the most refined assassin.
Okay. So you were torturing this guy for what purpose? Ichabod Boyle's case, witness statement. Oh dear. Well, Laura's not going to see him again. Underwood Hound statue. Alarm clock. Thing. Other thing. Ooh, money. Ooh, alarm clocks. I just like smashing stuff. The Crown Killer is watching. Oh, so this is where one of the assassinations happened, I see. Right, we're good. Yeah, we're fine. So someone in a bank got murdered by the serial killer? Why? Ooh, money. And a glass. What's it gone? Oops, press the wrong button. I keep on thinking right is like launch something you're holding. It's always weird to me that the right click is your left hand. Alright, apparently this bank only catered to poor people because there's nothing in these chests, by which I mean safes. Hang on. Money. And a severed head. Aww. Alright, on the plus side I get my ammo back that I accidentally fired. Right, so now I can go back out into that street, but the whole point of coming in here was so I didn't have to. Don't think there's anything in any of them, is there? No. Wonder how much people are annoyed by the fact I'm not crouch walking everywhere. Right, so there wasn't actually any purpose of coming in here. I did lose some health from the fall. Well, if those civilians have sodded off, I can go out the back door, kill the one guard, and walk that way. Oh yeah, you can Titanfall slide in this game. Oh, hello fellow human. I'm certainly not wanted by soldiers. You don't seem to care. Do you care? You don't care. So that's a guard there for sure. The other civilian went over here, so she's not going to care either. She doesn't care about all these bodies. They are dead. You're surrounded by corpses. Why don't you care? Fish slice, fish tail. Also, again, with the FPS lag. So the suggested dev fixes, or temp fixes rather, do not work. Open the damn cash register. I want my money. Catchphrase. Screw the crown killer. Bring on the catchphrase killer. Alright, this person was poor, and you murdered him, so I feel like I did the right thing by getting revenge on his behalf. Can't even tell which soldiers I killed and which they killed. Oh god, the frame rate is even worse here.
My concern, citizen. I'd advise you return to your home.
I'm going to have to quick save here because I'm honestly not sure how this is going to work with the frame rate as bad as it is. I can't look at the sea otherwise. Oh, maybe I should just like bring down the water effects or something. Maybe that's what's causing it. There's definitely something they've arsed up. And on the suggested things of what to do to fix it, one of the suggestions is, oh, don't ever alt tab from the game. That causes problems. Like, what year is this? You may ask, why did I pickpocket him if I was just going to kill him? And the answer is because I can. And also because there might be an achievement for pickpocketing. I hear footsteps, but I don't know from where I'm hearing them. Copper wire? Yeah, you could collect that in the first game. Hey, what did these people do? Oh, they might be dissenters because they follow Emily, I suppose. I see a collectible over here in the very, very blurry, framey distance. Mmm, num num num. Processed whale oil. Delicious. Is there actually a door here? Yes, technically. There's the climbing puzzle. Ah, the frame rate though! Ah, god, my eyes! I'd heard that the frame rate issues didn't truly start happening until the third level. This is only the, well, it's technically the first, I guess. Alright, we're missing out a huge section of the docks down there, but it looks like this is my easiest access. I assume dropping in the water will not kill me. There was piranhas in the first one though, so that could be bad. I regret nothing! Was that Corvo screaming? Get up. Why am I not surfacing? Alright, I guess there is piranhas or something? I'm trying to get to the surface, but the game isn't letting me. Okay, I'm not sure what the hell. I mean, oh, maybe I was getting sucked into the turbine of the boat. Maybe that's what that was.
So, there's some kind of shitstorm happening here in Dunwall. Lord Atano, you want to hear what I've got to say. I guarantee it.
Alright.
Lord Protector, forgive me for saying it, But you look like death warmed over.
It's been an unusual day. There's a coup underway, and I'm being blamed for the Crown Killer murders.
My name's Megan Foster. I work with an old ally of yours, Anton Sokolov. We learned something scary down in the south, and I came to warn you.
I know, Anton. The Duke's here with a woman named Delilah who's seized the throne. They have Emily, and I barely got out. For now, I have to get away, recover my footing.
Bad things always seem to happen in Dunwall. Feels like the end of the world.
I need to get to Karnaca, where the Crown Killer murders started. Delilah must have been down there for a while, and I've got to figure out what's going on.
The dreadful whale will get you there. Should we go?
Can I ask what happened to your iron hand? But yes, I am ready.
Let's go.
Merciful didn't kill anyone? No. Lethal stealth. That's where I want it. I want it in this section forever. We came down a little bit because of that brawl where I killed like 4 folk. Bodies detected 5, detections 5, alarms wrong 0. What other stats have we got here? Paintings I found 1 of 2. Coins I only got like just under half of what was available. There was no runes or anything yet because we don't have any powers. Alright. 2. A strange visit. Something feels off, find out what's going on. I have a feeling we're going to talk to the outsider. There's an enigmatic demon slash god.
Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow.
And the frame rate's back to being normal in here, so this must be a small level, I guess, or something. Alright, I get it. Door's blocked. Oh, hey, look.
I remember this endless cold. Where are you? You might as well show yourself.
It's interesting actually having Corvo talk back to the outsider this time.
Corvo, old friend. Do I even have to say it? You've lost another Empress. I gave you my mark for a reason. I wanted to know what happens when you take an honorable man's life away. When you push his face down in the mud. What will you do, given the chance? And what a sight it was. You gave yourself over to blood and terror. Gave it everything you had. Then you spent 15 years making sure it wouldn't happen again.
There's a big dead whale there.
But now it has. And this time, you know where it leads. Will you do it all again? Where is that good man now?
Receive the mark of the outsider. Accept the outsider's mark or reject the offer, and no powers mode. Wow. Alright, well that's there for people who want a definite challenge. I wonder if anyone's already done a very hard no powers mode run. I'll take my mark back though, thank you.
So long ago. The void. It was still there all along.
Hooray, I have Blink
Never
back.
thought I'd be here again.
Whoops. Okay, I forgot it isn't upgraded, so it's very short range.
Feels as good as I remember.
First thing we're going to want to do is increase the range of the Blink.
Now I'm going to save my daughter and win back her throne.
Oh yeah, it's that victim we found. It's all good? It's all good.
I've been here before.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Jessamine, if all I can hear are the last echoes of your voice, that's enough.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
I can't remember if the heart had a female voice when you listened to it in the first one.
There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky.
Alright, we're heading for the rune, I guess. What does lock rune mean? So I don't have to have the heart equipped, perhaps? 6 is the blink. Alright. Oh yeah, that is how it works. Nice.
Who is Delilah, really? Jessamine's sister? Bearing the outsider's mark.
Who's that at the back? Our killer, perhaps? Looks female to me, based on stature, or just young, I guess.
Delilah slit a man's throat for a pair of shoes and painted some of the most brilliant portraits of the age, all in the same year. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes sycophants of those around her. All of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game, and now she's an empress. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
Why has she got your mark then? Dreadful whale. Alright, we get to play on the boat a little bit.
Just when you think you've got it all figured out, just as you're starting to relax, you look up and there are wolves at the gate. Wolves with red muzzles. Hungry for your insides. Everything has turned to shit. Last time I saw Karnaca, I was just 18. Boarding a ship bound for Dunwall. It was dawn and I'd been up all night dancing, 3 sheets to the wind. I was puffed up with the old Duke's favor. And I thought I was the greatest swordsman the Isles had ever known. In the 36 years since, I've buried countless enemies. Most deserved what they got, but I wonder if that even matters. I've stopped dozens of assassins, but the one who got through eats at my dreams. Who'd have thought I'd come home to Karnaca, the most wanted man in the Empire, following the trail of a monstrous killer? Who'd have thought I'd be on the run again, ready to wade through another river of blood?
Alright. Everything is fine. Do I have any collectibles? Alright, so you can actually literally make a travel log. I'm sure that's well worth your time. Letter from Corval. Oh, right, one he sent to them. I see. So you're living in a palace. Yeah. We need ammo and resources to take people down behind the coup. Underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting 2 hands. Alright, I'm glad I actually stopped to read that one. We have ourselves a crossbow. We have ourselves a blink. We're not at full HP. I assume I don't need to be crouching here because this is, I guess, our base between missions. We'll probably get someone here later who's for upgrades. Door is blocked. Alright, get in through the window. Although, hang on. Oh, she's in there. Don't want to go in there yet because that will probably be the start of the mission. There's rats in the basement! Or engine room, whatever. Trying to fix a secondary engine. Alright, glad I came down here. Free ammo. Probably do something about the rats. Although assuming Corvo's powers are the same as in the first one, he does eventually potentially get to control certain rats and devour people with them. Already been in there. Right, let's go get that storage room first. Also, who is she talking to? Herself? Does that just imply she's nuts? I could be running, but again, trying to turn while running is so bad. Steal that picture. I'm gonna have to look out for pictures I can steal.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Emily. I promise.
Oh, now that skyline looks a hell of a lot better than the one in Dunwall. There's still a little bit of jittering, but not as much. Success! For what purpose? Oh, a reflection on my journey. Oh, it was by Sokolov. Yeah, I knew this, but I was hoping it would just take away the... Alright, I did the optional objective. I got some stuff I needed. Tonics to restore your magic, or whatever you want to call it. I think we're ready to talk to her now.
You're up. When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Alright, you do actually get the option to talk to her for a briefing. So the clown killer. Yes, there's a... not a clown that kills. There's a person that kills just clowns on the run. Nobody's doing anything because they're quite happy with what he's doing. I saw a book I could read there. That's a lot of lens flare.
We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is alright. Wherever he is.
With that watchtower, the only way to get to Addermeyer is through the carriage station.
So many books. This is why I'm not stopping to read them in case you are curious.
Karnaca looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down.
Sokolov's style. It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
Oh, really? Can we get Liam Neeson on it if he's been taken?
If he isn't tinkering or painting, Sokolov's chasing life. Or he used to.
Sokolov's notes, Bloodfly study. Ew.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called...
I miss listening to old Anton Sokolov and his travel stories. He even explored Pandyssia.
Never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Alright, so I guess the Crown Killer is indeed female then. That kind of confirms it. We'll hear our briefing for the next mission and see the start of it, and then that'll do for this part. There will be more though, so don't worry, and I hope you're enjoying. So, Megan.
All right, you've explained part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Always gonna have a sailor buddy that mission briefs you, don't you?
Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you.
And now you're dead.
Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this. Delilah's powerful. How is it possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years?
Oh, we already read that, I think.
Addermeyer Institute's been there for a long time, but Hypatia wasn't around when I lived in Karnaka. As assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid. Sokolov always seemed ageless. Not now.
He was really old in the first one, so he must be ancient in this one. Is the Crown Killer hiding in Addermeyer? I guess we'll find out next time. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you there. Ta-ta for now.